just joining us, Bob Menery here. Takes a snap. Oh my God, his head fell off. Oh my goodness, flags are everywhere.
River Magoo!
Still got it. I still got it.
That was terrible. Worst sport we've ever seen. He's 5'4".
Brother, I mean, I was hitting every single shot until you walked in. You good? You want to just jump in? Yeah. Let's get right in. Let's get it. Well, I can't blame me. I got to blame our crew here.
Hey, yo.
Even though they've done such a great job lately.
It's a team bench, you know, like.
Chris, I know you have a lot of strong relationships here, and I know you have a lot of valuable relationships. I know you built an incredible business. I promise you that I come in peace, and we only want the best for you. And you're on this show, obviously, because we admire and want to know more about what you do and how you've built your business and whatnot. And by the way, you have to admit, I still have a little bit of game in the basketball.
You do, for sure.
Did you see my stroke?
Yeah. What was it? 60%? 70% yesterday? 7 out of 10?
80. I hit 80%.
8 out of 10.
It depends because I'm assuming when guys walk in, you got to warm up a little bit.
That's true. You didn't even warm up.
I hadn't played basketball in fucking years.
Facts.
And to be able to have that stroke and whatnot.
You got it.
All right, so this gym looks eerily familiar.
Yeah, man. It's like I guess you call it third one I've like done in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Started at Terminal 23. Basketball fans might remember that. That was have you ever heard of Terminal 23?
I have not. No, I'm kind of new. That's why I'm excited to sit down with you. I don't know a lot. And I think, what I like to do is I don't usually do a lot of research into people.
Yeah.
And I get shit for it a lot of my interviews or whatever I do, but I like to learn more as I go.
Yeah. So basically, Melo. So Carmelo was like my first client. While I was working with the Knicks, he kind of, he's like, "You're going to be my guy." And he was 10th year of Jordan Brand. They built this Jordan Brand gym for his 10th year anniversary. Mm-hmm. Melo's like, "Here are the keys." He's like, "Make this as cool as you can." So I'm like, okay. So, yeah, I did that.
Mm-hmm. This is Terminal 23?
Yep. This became like a world-renowned gym. My manager, Alex, still talks about it to this day. That closed down. Mm-hmm. Then we opened Lifetime Sky Gym. That's where you see the runs at, the 5-on-5 runs. Made that gym world famous. And then now it's the Summit. Mm-hmm. And now this gym, that they actually have like a duplicate in China of this gym. It's crazy.
Well, they don't really have a duplicate in China, but like, dude, I'm kind of like jealous of you, not trying to be whatever, but you're a fucking video game character.
No, that's crazy.
That's pretty sick.
For sure. And then, Brickley's gym's in there. It's nuts. Last night, it like hit me. I'm seeing everyone, posting about it from all over the world, really. And it's like, okay, when
NBA 2K23?
Yep. You make your player, first thing, you walk into Brickley's gym.
Really?
And you meet me.
You meet you. You're the guy.
It's crazy.
That's fucking amazing.
It's a blessing.
That's the coolest thing in the world. So I know I asked you yesterday and you kind of referred to your guide on how it went down, but something like that, how does that happen? I mean, does he contact your... First of all, why are they putting you in a video game? Let me ask you that. Why the fuck are they putting Chris Brickley in a video game?
Well, first off, I like to think I have the best manager in the game. That he doesn't get the, there's managers out there that like, they want people to give them credit, and he doesn't care about that. I'm a trainer. He's got me deals. If you look at my deals and you look at like your average NBA All-Star players' deals, they're very similar. And that's shout out to my manager for doing that.
Right. Who's your manager?
Alex Koblenz.
Got it. Alex is a great guy.
He is, man.
Very, very good guy. I will say, Alex. He did warn me though, like not to ruin your career in here.
Yeah, he's,
And I told him, I said, I'm not going to do that. I promise I come in peace. And anytime you raise your right hand, I won't, I'll pick a little bit at you, but I'm not going to fuck anything up. I promise you that.
But so, 2K, first to start off with a character. And then I'd be like, man, it'd be cool if I could be like the trainer for everyone that plays. We did that. And then we added Brickley's gym.
Did you have to go to NBA 2K and say, hey, we want to be the trainer? Or were they like, this is our idea for it?
I think Alex might have pitched the idea. They liked it. Alfie and Ronnie 2K over there, the guys that run it, they're good guys. You go there, they scan your body. And, it's gotten great reviews over the years.
Right.
So,
oh, yeah, you can't go wrong with NBA 2K.
So, yeah.
Are you any good?
I'm okay.
Do they fuck you over in a sense where you can't, like, are you just like stuck in that intro trainer phase, or can you actually play as yourself?
Well, you know what's actually hilarious is when I make myself and then
you have to create yourself though. They didn't make
and
you
then
a
I
player?
talk to myself because I make myself,
Mhm.
and then the first thing it does is you meet Chris Brickley. So it's like
Chris
Chris
Brickley meets Chris
so that's
Brickley.
kind of like always a funny post.
Okay.
Um,
And did
yeah,
you have
man.
to go in for, because I'm always curious how video games are made. Did they have to put all those dots on you and you just have
all
to go in the
those dots.
studio?
Got to say like every letter in the alphabet, like all types of ways so they can, put together your words. It's crazy. It's a cool experience. The game looks so real now.
You have to say the same, because I don't want to like brag or anything, but I was kind of a big deal for a little bit. Like, I'm kind of irrelevant now, but
Nah,
I was the voice of Buffalo Wild Wings,
I knew that,
which is,
which is fine.
when I was there, the company was booming, and now obviously it's just plummeted downhill and just hit rock bottom. But at the end of the day, like, I know I'd have to go into the booth and I have to say the same thing over and over and over again on repeat.
Yeah,
So did you have to put the headphones on and just say things into a mic and all that?
for sure. We do that, have conversations. It'll be like, explain this shooting drill. Say this, say that. Yeah. So there for like 7 hours.
And you're not engaging with any players you're talking to, right?
Oh, so I'm engaging with this actor who's like,
Wow.
yeah, just some actor guy.
They brought in an actor to talk to you?
Yeah, they do that with everyone that they bring in.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of dope.
So like, what were some of your lines? Like, what was your main line?
It'll be like, so I'm like, that was good effort. And then they'll be like, nice to meet you. And they'll be like, what's your resume? I'll be like, I worked with this guy. It's kind of like basic stuff.
Right. All right. So going all the way back now, let's know a little bit more from the backstory here. So you were, did you have hopes of playing the NBA one day or no?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
And you played for, where'd you play high school ball?
So I played in Trinity High School in New Hampshire. So I grew up in
Right where I am.
Massachusetts. So I grew up in Cambridge, lived in Cambridge, lived in Saugus, lived in Wakefield, lived in Stoneham, and then moved to New Hampshire with my dad. And had basketball dreams. High school, top 25 team in the
I was
country.
going to say, you had to have been, at that level, you were the best probably around, right?
Yeah, my team was like really good, 4 D1 guys. We like made history for like New Hampshire.
Mhm.
Did that, went to Northeastern, and then left Northeastern, and I went to Louisville. I knew I wasn't gonna be like a starter, but I'm like, I want to learn how to coach Patino. At that point, I kind of knew my NBA dreams are over. I'm gonna get into coaching.
When did you know your NBA dreams were over?
When I got to Louisville, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk on. I've always been like a realist, and I figured that the NBA wasn't in my near future.
You got to bite the bullet at some point, right? Because
For
you
sure.
got to figure there's a lot of people out there that are like fucking the cream of the crop, the best of the fucking best at their level
Mhm.
in high school and whatnot, and then they get slapped in the face with reality and saying, "All right, well, hey, not that
Facts.
you're not as good as you think you are, but you're not at the level where you can move to."
A lot of people struggle with that in life, just like dealing with. It's like you want to chase your dreams, but at the same time, you need to kind of be a realist.
You
to a
need,
point.
you need to be a
You know what I'm
realist.
saying?
And so then you decided to be a realist, and was your immediate goal to be doing what you're doing right now, which is, I'd say, excuse me, being one of the top, what is it, basketball coaches? Is that what?
Yeah.
Basketball coaches,
trainers.
trainers
skills
in,
coaches.
in the country right now?
Yeah, no. So at first it was coaching. I took my first job at Ole Miss. Oh man, got $7,000. I didn't want to spend that $7,000
What did you
on
get
rent
$7,000 for?
on this for the season. That was my salary.
It's a big salary there.
At Ole
I
Miss,
just spent that on college football Saturday in fucking one game. I'm not happy about that.
I was scared shitless. I grew up in the Northeast, so living in Mississippi, all of a sudden I'm like, oh my Lord. I was just like, I didn't want to leave the practice facility, which made me sleep there. So I slept there the whole year. Got kicked out. So then I sleep in this arena called the Tad Pad. Old arena. There were rats in there. Crazy story. I woke up. I had rats all on my shirt, and I was like, oh my God, it's never happening again. Went on like Amazon, got like a rat repellent. And so
You
then
actually went and got rat repellent?
I ordered it. And so then I would wake up, and there would be like 6 dead rats around me. So I was like sleeping in a couch.
So the rat repellent was actually doing its job.
It actually did. I need
Okay.
to find the name of that.
It was
We should,
effective.
need to tell Alex. Maybe we can get a.
Place an ad placement in here.
Yeah.
But we're collecting on that. You're not collecting on my ad repellent, fucking rat repellent ad. in
Yeah,
here.
man. So I grinded it out. Then I got a job at Fairleigh Dickinson University in New Jersey.
Okay.
Youngest Division I assistant in the country. Did that for a few years. Then J.R. Smith kind of helped change my life. He had a great year at the Knicks, recommended me. I got an intern position. And then Melo took me under his wing. And that was kind of like the beginning of.
Okay, so J.R. Smith was the first guy who you started working with that was, somebody of
Yeah.
But
Like
what's
an
a good
NBA guy,
word?
big
Like,
name.
Big name, right?
Yeah.
And then you got hired by the Knicks?
Yep. Intern. So my first intern year, I got $300 a week.
Okay.
But it's been a grind though.
Oh, I mean, you can tell it's incredible. It's pretty crazy. And now the level you're at right now, especially like, you know, you look at your engagement on all the social channels and like, you know, when you were recommended to me by somebody to sit with you and hear your story, and I never like to say names, but somebody recommended you, and I was just like, all right, let me look at it. And I hadn't really known who you were prior. I'd heard of you a little bit, but never looked too deep in the story. And I'm just like, oh fuck, he's actually got a good story, and it seems like you're doing pretty good.
No, I
now.
appreciate that.
So you are now, I mean, the last post I see you doing is with every fucking basketball player on planet Earth now.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw you got LeBron up in here.
Yep.
You got Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
I just ran in when I came and saw you, did a quick hello. You had Kevin Love in here.
Yep.
Do you like working more with the guys that are already established superstar level, or do you like more the
Nah.
beginning kind of type guys that are on the come up? Because I saw you working with this kid I saw on your socials that it was like the 15-year-old kid who's like the top ranked.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, look, so the Donovan Mitchell story. So I started working Donovan out when my first workout with him was before he even got to college. He had like 800 followers on Instagram type thing. Now he's like a superstar. So like working with a guy like that and seeing that whole come up, now he's like an all-star. That's like dope.
Mhm.
Kevin Love. So Kevin Love, right? We all know Kevin Love.
Yeah, it's a great
He's
guy.
could be a Hall of Famer, but so he was struggling with the injuries. You know, the media was down on him, and we started working. And you know, I felt like my job was to get his confidence, get his like mojo back, and we did that last year. He was second in 6th man of the year. So like, you could take a superstar working out LeBron's dope, but when you can actually like make an impact like a Donovan over the course
You can watch
of years,
the come up.
it's so fire.
It's an amazing process to be able to watch the come up.
Facts.
Because I was gonna say, like, I don't mean like you're the fucking man. You've treated me with respect, but I don't know what the fuck can you teach LeBron?
No, exactly. And
Is he coming in here just to shoot with you?
so, you know, it's like, it's funny you say that. Never said it. I try not to talk about, you know,
And I don't
certain
blame
stuff,
you. And I
but
respect that. So
I wanna
don't if you don't
explain-
have to.
No, I want to explain. So, because people out there wonder, that's a question you see. Like, what is he really working on with LeBron? So when I first heard I was working out with LeBron, first thing I did, so I went to Synergy, broke down his game, looked at all the analytics, found out the strengths and weaknesses of his game.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, okay, when he walks in, I'm going to see his mood. If I feel like his mood is like cool with me, I'm going to approach him and I'm going to ask him the question of, what do you think was one of the weaknesses of your game last year? If in his mood, he's not really feeling it, then we're not going to go there. He was feeling it, and we talked about, you know, some things, and we went into the workout and worked on those things. So that's kind of like, for me to see like probably the greatest player to ever play, in my opinion, in my lifetime.
I'd agree.
To be able to like find something that he's not amazing at, and then like, you know, see what he thinks about it, and then we're both on the same page. That's like dope.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so you're LeBron, for instance, when he walks in the gym,
Mhm.
I mean, does he come with an entourage? Do these guys come with like entourage? They just come by themselves?
Yeah, no, it's just him and one guy. It's just him and his like security.
Right.
And someone like LeBron, so he's like, he's the GOAT, right?
I'd be shitting my pants, bro.
He
I'd
arrives
be shitting- I
45
wouldn't know what
minutes
to do.
early. So the workout's at 10. He arrives at 9:15.
That's so cool.
No one does that. Like, no one does that.
That's so cool.
Does a 45-minute routine, works out, and then stays for 45 more minutes and does like another stretching routine. And that's why he's 37 running around like he's 27.
You must have, do they all, now is it all blocked out in times, or does some guys just come in here in the gym and they all kind of, I mean, there had to have been in this gym that we're at right now, there had to have been some pretty fucking baller ass one-on-one games.
Yeah, for sure. But so you want to know a funny story about the LeBron thing. So see those it's like treadmills, right?
Yeah.
Normal workout, you know, you get like the two guys that are basketball fans, maybe like the girl that like likes the guy and a kid or something.
They have the caution tape up for him?
So literally when LeBron was here, the whole building was working out. Like one guy must have ran 25 miles. Like I was like, yo, every machine is being used right now, but no one was working out.
I was in
the
there.
funniest thing.
Yeah.
Me and Alex laugh about that.
All right. So now you have, so this is like a full-blown business for you now?
For sure. Full blown.
Are you charging, like, are there certain guys that you charge? Are there
Yeah.
certain guys you don't charge? Are there certain guys that like, hey,
Yeah.
come in? How does that work?
I charge everyone. So it's a business. You can't walk in a Foot Locker and take shoes and leave. So,
Mhm.
you know, I charge everyone.
You got to
Hey,
eat. You got to eat.
For sure. And they understand that.
And I was gonna say too, like, I mean, some guys you might have worked with over a long. Who's some of the guys that you would say are your closest top 1-2 guys that you've worked with for a long period of
So I
time?
would say like Carmelo Anthony,
Carmelo.
Cole Anthony, Donovan Mitchell,
Okay.
Day one, CJ McCollum.
Okay. Now these guys, like, have you ever taught these guys a move? Are you working on specific moves with these guys?
Yeah, for sure.
So have you ever, like, when you're sitting back watching something,
Yeah.
have you ever taught one of these guys a move that you've seen, like, actually applied during a game, during a big ass moment, and been like, fucking, I did that?
So I'm not the type to say I did that, but like, no, that's
We worked on it
definitely,
together.
yeah, for sure. And so cool moment. Jimmy Butler scores 47 in a playoff game a few months ago at the Celtics. Game's over. He's in the ESPN interview and he shouted me out. Like we worked on that literally like the night before. This like lefty finish he did. And so that was cool. Players normally don't do that. So that was dope. That was a dope moment. National TV shout out.
Mhm.
Jimmy Butler's one of my closest friends. So
That's amazing. So you, can you dunk?
yeah, for sure.
How tall are you?
Like 6'3", 6'4".
Oh, you strike me as smaller.
Yeah. People
I mean,
say that.
I'm small as fuck. It sucks because I could have been an NBA player. And
No,
then I'm
with that
convinced. I'm
jumper.
not even fucking with you. And why? I don't know why my team's laughing at this, because I know for a fact that if I had actually, first of all, had Chris as a coach, taking it seriously, and not wanted to be like a journalist that I am today, like such a professional journalist, I could have actually probably played in the NBA, and I would have been in here, and you would have been able to tell these success stories
Could happen.
about me.
I believe it.
So, what are some things right now that you look forward to? You know, as your business keeps growing, right?
Mhm.
I mean, the funny thing is, not only just people that are NBA people, you work with just, I mean, rappers too.
Yeah. And so
How does
like,
that happen? I mean, I don't know.
And how that happens basically is most of these NBA guys are friends with artists. Actually, no. How that happened? Okay, me and Melo are in LA 2016, finish up a workout. We go to STK, one of these fancy restaurants. Chris Brown's in there. Chris Brown goes up to Melo. Hey, man, I'm a fan, blah, blah, blah. Melo introduces me as his trainer. Chris is like, oh, man, I want to get a workout in. So me and Chris Brown become very close friends for like 4 years.
Mhm.
That was like when he was like at the, like he's still doing big things.
Yeah,
But
Chris is still going. He's always been
he was
relevant.
big then. And through that relationship, I got all these relationships through Travis Scott and Quavo. And I remember when the Migos just started, they were sleeping in the studio while Chris was doing. So I met all of these artists through Chris Brown. Through that, I got a lot of relationships.
Mhm.
And just through the basketball players, they're all, friends with the artists.
So
So
you-
they'll come,
Yeah.
watch a workout, and then after we'll do some shooting. It'll
Do
go
they
viral.
wait for the real basketball players to leave before they come in?
For sure.
Are they like embarrassed?
Nah, they're all confident. They all
Right.
think they're the best. Every rapper thinks they're the best.
And they're in the yeah, and they're in the room with you because they want to improve their game.
I think it's more just like a friendship thing. I don't work with any guys I'm not friends with, but I've had some legendary rapper runs, I call it. Like Bieber, Drake, Quavo, and one together playing against each other. I've had some cool ones. There's some legendary runs in this gym.
Like 3-on-3s?
In this one, with the rappers, I can do 5-on-5.
Right.
Yeah.
And is it just like shit talking the whole entire time?
A little bit, yeah. So
The entourages, that's what always fascinates me. There must be everybody in here then.
the Drake one was real. So Drake came with his entourage, like his OVO group. It was 5 of them, and they were like talking shit. It was like very serious.
Mhm. Drake doesn't have any ball though. Drake can't play.
J. Cole can play.
Really?
Yeah. He played in the run today.
Yeah.
9 NBA players and J. Cole.
What's his weakness though?
He's just older. He's like 30. I think he's 36, 37. So if he started like 10 years ago, then I think he could have been really, really
No
good.
fucking way. J.
He's
Cole
6
could have ever been in the NBA.
And he's like 6'5", and he can shoot. And yeah, I think so.
Right.
Yeah, he would have a chance.
Right.
Getting older now.
So who is going into this season, right? Because actually, you know what's amazing? This is a sports show, and it's actually so fascinating that we're actually talking about sports. Isn't that great? We finally did it, guys. We finally got our first sports figure on here, which is so amazing. Upcoming NBA season right now. You got a gun to your head. Who's winning the NBA championship?
NBA championship. I'm gonna go with. I would have to go with the Celtics. I think the Celtics.
Why Durant? Is Durant going to Boston?
Nah, I like that team.
Where is Durant going?
He is not. So it's been announced he's staying in Brooklyn.
Oh, really? When was that announced?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, so he's staying in
Top
Brooklyn.
sports show in the world, just a little behind.
I would say Boston though, maybe Miami, maybe Golden State. But
Okay.
who knows?
Boston had a good run last year.
They did.
They had a good fucking run last year. I'm a diehard Boston fan. I'm from Boston as well. So
Yeah.
have you figured, like, with your business, you have to be a Celtics, Patriots, all the above New England teams, right?
A little, for sure, just because my family, yeah.
But I guess, like me, a little bit too is, I don't have a lot of friends on the Celtics, so I got to make that decision. Is I know that I have a lot of friends that are on different teams. So for business reasons,
Facts.
sometimes I got to cheer for a different team now,
Facts.
rather than sticking loyal to my fucking OG fucking Celtics team.
Same thing, yeah.
You feel the same boat?
Yeah, and I work with the Knicks for like 4 years, so I'm
But
like,
they ain't got a shot in hell, right? New York sucks.
I'm
right?
always gonna be a diehard Knicks fan though.
People from where I come from and where you come from would kind of look at you and frown upon you
Big
for
time.
switching over and going to work with the enemy.
Facts, but
You might have to give a better answer than facts.
I gotta.
I don't mean to bust Brickley's
They gave
balls
me-
here.
They gave me my opportunity, so I'm gonna be a Knicks fan.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So you're, and by the way, I want to know this too. Social media wise,
Yeah.
I want to focus on social media. Are you doing all your own social media postings and all that stuff? You got good engagement, dude.
Nah, for sure, I do.
You really do.
I do. So yeah.
Are you monitoring all yourself? Like, are you doing like what I'm doing, like 3 a.m. hammered, like, me and my girlfriend are fighting?
It's funny. So when I first started getting like a little following, I used to get a little too personal late at night.
Mhm.
I stopped that. It's more business, but it's crazy how many people you can inspire through social media. So I find that fascinating.
Because with what comes with social media
Mhm.
is not only just a name that's recognizable,
Mhm.
what comes with that is endorsement deals too. And you have actually, like you said, you talked about your managers does a great job and whatnot.
Yeah.
You work with Puma,
Yeah. So I got Puma. I got
Okay.
Body Armor.
Body Armor.
Therabody.
Their body. Is that the gun?
Yeah, it's like it's dope. It's anytime you need to recover, they have a tool for it.
Is that the thing that the
Yeah, they got the
boom,
Theragun,
thing?
they got the legs. I got lids.
Yeah.
I just signed with Bose.
Okay, what's the Bose partnership? What is that like?
Yeah, Wilson.
Wilson too? Jesus Christ, who are you?
The Bose partnership is just just like an endorsement for their headphones. They got some dope headphones.
You guys just like put the shit on, like, and just be like, "Yo, I'm Chris Brickley. I'm rocking his Bose
Just
headphones."
whenever I travel, whenever I use headphones, I like Bose.
We had a minor glitch, by the way, on the speaker system too.
Mhm.
Very powerful, loud noise that came out of that. What was that?
Yeah, no, shout out Bose. I actually just announced yesterday that I signed with Bose. So speakers in here are Bose.
Dude, it's unfucking believable.
Yeah, no, it's dope.
When you hear the music in here, it's incredible.
Facts.
So Bose is the speaker system you guys partnered up with?
Yeah, shout out Bose.
I'll tell you what, I swear to God, I'm not going to just say this for you doing this for me. I'm going to go out and buy a fucking Bose.
Nah, I got you. Actually, you know what? Let me know what you need from Bose and it'll be sent to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Christmas comes fucking early. I love that. Who's somebody that an NBA player that you admire, you look up to, that you haven't been able to work with yet, that you'd love to work with?
Man. There's one Steph Curry. I've never worked with Steph. And he reached
Have
out.
you ever met Steph?
I haven't. He's texted me like a few summers ago. He was like, "Oh, I want to play in the run tomorrow." We just did the last run like the day before that. I couldn't put together 10 guys, so we couldn't make it happen.
So when he texts you, what does that mean? So like, let's do a run.
So I knew his manager, this guy, Jaron Smith, and basically he was in the city for Fashion Week, heard there were runs, said he wanted to play in a run tomorrow. I just couldn't make it happen. But that'd be a dope guy to work with.
Are the teams communicating with you too? So when you get a guy like a LeBron James or some big fucking athlete like that wants to come in here and run, are the teams communicating with you to do certain restrictions on certain things and whatnot to make sure they don't get hurt or anything?
So the big names, no, because they're like the big name players, they're big in the teams. Like that's what it is. But the guys that are like mid-level guys, yeah, for sure. The team's reaching out, saying we should work on this type thing. Yeah.
I still can't believe this guy is a fucking video game character. Just so, I mean, I remember, I think NBA 2K actually came to me once and wanted to do something with me, but that was 5 years ago.
You could definitely still.
I think I've kind of
you
hit
get this
rock bottom.
line.
Are you working with a lot of these guys' kids now too?
Yeah, like Carmelo's son is gonna be really good. It's crazy seeing all that. Like I remember when he was a baby. Yeah, but I definitely do that. I'm big on working with like the elite young kids, top 8th grader in the country, top 9th grader in the country. That's dope.
Have any of these guys ever got you a really cool gift? Or are they
For sure. I got this Rolex from Jimmy for my birthday. I've gotten some dope stuff.
standard Rolex for your birthday?
Yeah.
And what does Jimmy
Nice.
say when he gives it to you? Like, how does he give it to you?
He just he just hands it to me. Say, happy birthday, man. I'm like, thanks, bro. You don't have to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fucking incredible.
Yeah, not for sure.
And so you're at this stage in your life right now. What's next in a sense? Just keep building. Are you going to stay in this lane? Are you going to look to turn this into like a media company, which you may already, I read that this is somewhat of a media company. What's the next step?
I guess just building and just, I guess, finding like true happiness. I've been so hungry for so long, like every single day in my life, wake up, like, what's next? What's next? What's next? Then you like get to a point, you realize like, okay, like $100,000 isn't going to make me happy. Neither is signing this deal. None of that is going to make you happy if you're not truly happy. So I'm like dialing into that. I'm at that point in my life right now.
Well, what does that mean? Then you must have had some shit that's fucked up. So it's been fucking with your head. 'Cause by the way, you want to talk to me, this could be a whole therapy session. Like over 3 hours. If you want.
It's just, you grow up, especially when you grow up with when I grew up very, my dad was a postal service guy and we didn't come from money. So
yeah, there's not much there.
In your mind, you're like, if I can make X amount of money one day, I'm gonna be happy. Then you get there and it's not what you think it is there. It's like, if I can sign all these deals, I'm gonna be happy. If I can get these followers, I can be happy. There's no finish line. No finish line. That's not gonna bring you happiness. And so just like figuring that out, being super thankful, but at the same time, like, what makes me happy in doing that.
So what would you say, you've already explained it throughout this whole interview, but if somebody wants to kind of replicate your success that you've had in the same exact field, right? I mean, is it just exactly how you explained it? Like in today's day and age, how can they utilize social media? How can they utilize different ways that are available today that weren't when you were on the come up?
Mm-hmm.
What are some ways that if somebody was like, hey, you know what? I can't make it to the fucking NBA, but at the same time, I want to live Chris Brickley's life.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of luck comes involved, a lot of like so much like, and if I don't have any kids yet, but if I did, and they were like, I want to do what you did, the way you did it, no, like, do something else.
Right.
It was like real. It's real. Like, I've heard about your story.
Oh yeah.
And similar type thing. Like, I've been in some rough situations with no money and like, yeah. And I wouldn't want anyone to go through that. But if you wanted to do it with what I did, be a basketball player, study the game, have a bunch of relationships, and understand the first 3, 4, 5 years, you got to do workouts for free. You need to get like the respect, and you need to start with high school kids and get to college kids.
Yeah.
And if you can get one NBA guy, amazing. And
yeah, it's amazing. It's almost like that little, like because, I pride myself in one of the things that I was able to do really well is the power of networking, which you're able to do. You're like, once I get that fucking Carmelo, what the fuck are you laughing at back there, Brett? You laughing at me? All right, I hope no, because I'm telling my success story. All right. No, I'm saying is like, just like, how, you get that LaMelo, right? And it's like, especially with social media, I think that it's so important now, whether it be the fucking as shitty as it is and may do a mental toll on you, is the TikTok and the Instagram and all that shit. It's almost like your own TV show, your own little, like, that's what's out there. That's how you're going to get the best chance of getting the most amount of eyeballs on you. Yep. And then from there, figure a way to source that towards, all right, what's my ultimate goal at the end of the day? And then who follows me that I can reach out to and communicate with that can help me get close to that ultimate goal. How can I use that person, offer them value, communicate with them, see what I can do for them,
sure.
And then they connect me to the next person. It's almost like the trickle effect. And now once it starts going, you got fucking everybody.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's like you grind for so long, and then it's, it sounds.
And then you start to get to sit back and relax a little bit and say, I don't know if I want to fucking do J. Cole. I don't know if I want to do fucking, Have you worked with Travis Scott at all?
I have. So he invited me to go on tour with him. So I left the Knicks. So that means when you leave the NBA, you have the whole winter, not doing anything. Travis Scott's like, you want to come on tour with me and teach me how to shoot a jumper? So I'm like, sure. Alex was like, you're not going to like this. So, I did it. It was cool. It was some amazing stories. So I was on tour with him for a few months. Yeah. It was dope.
Yeah. Is he, can he ball or no? No, he doesn't.
He got better for sure, but he's not really into that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Was it go on tour? Because does rap, are you a rapper?
No.
What did you do with Dave East then? My guy, Dave East, I was just sitting down with AB. We did a wild ass interview. We smoked a lot of weed and stuff like that, which by the way, we're not going to do here, but, Dave East, what is your relationship with Dave?
That's one of my closest friends. Been friends with him for years. But so with the music thing, so, we come in the gym, go over to the Bose speaker.
And you had to slide that in there, didn't you?
Had to. And
I'm not fucking making any money off Bose, all right? So
I asked the player who you want to listen to for the workout. Then it got to a point when I'm like, you know what? I know all these artists. I'm not going to ask that question. I want to make an album that we listen to when we work out. So it's going to be called Welcome to the Grind. released a song with Dirk. That was the first one.
That's my guy too. I love Lil Durk.
That's my guy too.
I love Lil Durk. You met Rel? You know Rel?
Yeah.
Rel's the fucking man too.
Yeah. So released the Dirk song. Just released Jadakiss and Dave song, which is actually like on all the top playlists right now. And
so they created their own, like it was like a Spotify playlist to use in your gym?
No. So I'm just making my own album. So I like released first single, released the second single. I'll do one more single and then I released a project. It's called Welcome to the Grind. And the artists are making songs for me.
Are you actually, you're not singing on them?
No. But
okay,
I'll pick the beat
confused.
out. I'll say, all right, let's try and get this guy on it. And, I'll be involved in that sense. But no, I don't sing. I don't rap.
Is that more of like a hobby or a business play?
It's more of it's what I think it's like, so my mom was huge into music and she went to Berklee College of Music. She worked in music. And so I've always been into music and I've always been at night. I like hanging out in the studio. Mm-hmm. And so it worked with my schedule. Mm-hmm. I work on it late at night.
I was going to say, do you ever get tired of this gym?
For sure. Anyone gets tired of where they work at, but I'm obviously thankful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a point where if somebody gave you like fucking $20 million, would you leave this gym right now and never come back?
No.
Really? Bullshit.
Nah.
Brett, bring out the briefcase,
What would I
please.
do every day, though?
This is a horrible investment, but we're going to do it.
What would I do every day?
I mean, you'd probably go to like Boca Raton, go lay out in sun, like get some fucking...
I don't do it. I don't...
pina coladas at the
I can't
beach.
do the vacation thing. I lose my mind.
Really?
Yeah, still to this day.
Why? Do you suffer from ADHD like I do?
I think it just goes back to like, I feel like I'm fucking missing out. I feel like I feel like there'll be a trainer. I feel like I'll go on a week vacation and come back and there'll be 4 trainers that are better than me.
Right.
Yeah.
The fear of becoming irrelevant.
Yeah, for sure.
So
that's like a problem.
That's a problem for you, is the fear of becoming irrelevant.
Yes.
Well, I think that's real for everybody. I don't really feel it anymore because once you hit the point where you're not relevant anymore, it just kind of sits in. But at the end of the day, like you just kind of...
You're extremely relevant. But
you kind of just like give up at one point. But so then that drives you to just keep working. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, that along with like what we were talking about, seeing players like work on what we work on, like all of that. It's just, I love what I do and it's dope to inspire people. And I want to stay on top.
You got to break up a lot of fights in here?
Nah, actually, for the most part, the guys are pretty cool. If anything, like maybe during the rapper runs, but not the NBA guys.
Rapper guys may have a tendency to...
For sure.
Shoot the shit a little bit.
For sure.
That's fucking amazing. So what's the one thing that you haven't done yet that you want to accomplish?
There's like obviously like certain like little deals that
skydiving?
Like I still want to get.
Would you ever do skydiving?
Nah, I'm not even into stuff like that.
Would you ever do skydiving?
No, hell no. I feel
right.
Like
I don't get it. I don't get how people can jump out of a fucking airplane.
Yeah, no bungee jumping, none of that. No extreme sports.
All right, so all right, I'm gonna name you. All right, who I want to go through all the NBA right now, real quick.
Okay.
All right, 1 through 5. 1 is a point guard.
Okay.
And 5 is a center. Is that what it is?
Facts.
Okay, just kind of sharpening my skills here. Who's the best point guard in the league right now?
Best point guard in the league right now? I would have to say John Morant.
John Morant. Who's the best number 2 guy in the NBA right now?
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell. Is that biased?
Nah. If you look at the stats of 2 guards, he's, definitely in the conversation in top 3.
All right, 3?
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler, another client of yours. I feel you're being biased. 4?
Jimmy Butler he's an all-star. 4 man? Katie.
Katie.
Katie, LeBron, like I would have to go with LeBron.
LeBron. And then center. What about Rudy? Is Rudy Gobert still relevant? Is he still Rudy Gobert, good player?
He's a good player. Not the best center in the league. Best center in the league. It's like that's like a position that's not even like a real position anymore. Who is the best center in the NBA? I would have to say Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
If he stays healthy.
Is it like football? You think that like when these kids are getting recruited, can you go straight from high school to the NBA now?
No, but
you have to do a year of college?
Yes. Or like do something, the G League Ignite. But I feel like with Bronny, LeBron's son, they're going to lift the rule. I feel like Bronny's going to go straight to the NBA.
You think that's going to work in his best interest, or you think it's worth playing a year of college ball?
Some players, they need it. But I feel like Bronny, I feel like there's some guys that are ready. And then that'll be a dope story. I'm playing with his dad. That's fire.
Playing on the same team?
Yeah. And that's going to happen.
Really?
For sure.
That would be fucking insanity.
for sure.
It would probably be right around the tail end of LeBron's career. Because when does Bronny graduate?
He's like 2 years.
2 years from now.
And LeBron has
Everybody wants to go to Ohio State, though.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, we'll see.
Mhm.
But I feel like he's just gonna go straight to the league somehow. That's what I
But
feel.
the rules right now state so
right
you
now,
can't.
yep, got to either do that, go overseas, or play a G League Ignite.
Is that what a lot of these guys do? Is they go overseas now once they suck?
So that used to be like the overseas used to be. Are you talking about like after their careers?
I don't know. Why the fuck do people go play overseas?
No, I know. I mean, if you don't want to go to college, maybe you could do that. Guys don't do that, but you know, it's just an alternate. If you can't make the NBA, you still have hoop dreams. Go overseas.
I wish I could play. Like I want to play one-on-one, but I don't know if I'd be able to compete. You don't think I could?
I feel like you and Alex would be a really good game.
Brother, I don't fucking lose. All right, so you're based in New York City?
I am.
All right.
I am.
You like it here?
I love it. So actually, I don't like leaving New York. I love New York. I feel like I got my gym. You know, I got
No family, right?
I have my team. No, I have no kids.
That's amazing. I mean, that's not amazing, but that's good for you.
Is that what family means? Kids at this?
I think family at that point means
Kids.
like wife and kids.
Yep. No wife and no kids.
Because I have a girlfriend probably going to ask her to marry me soon.
Wait, you said she's gonna ask to marry you?
I mean, that would be interesting. There are actually girls that ask guys to marry them.
Is that a thing?
No, it's not a thing, but
Do
it's
you know anyone that's happened to?
well, sometimes I go like really deep into like on searches on weird shit on the internet. And I remember I spent like an hour just watching like girls propose to guys
Okay.
on YouTube.
What does that
And
say about the guy though?
I don't know, because was there like, I always think like, was there communication between the two of them to be like, hey, I'm going to ask you to marry me and I'm a girl?
But what if the girl's the breadwinner and she's like the one that takes care of the guy?
If the girl is the breadwinner that takes care of the guy, that might be reason to drop the knee. I mean, talk about hitting the home run for the guy, huh? You don't have to do shit. You just collect it and you just fucking, she drops down on a knee. Automatic yes. I always wonder how I'd ask the girl to marry me though. Like, would you have any advice on like if I want to ask my girl to marry me, like what I should do?
I do. I got you. You know what? So me and Jimmy Butler, we were just in Paris
Mhm.
and we saw like the Eiffel Tower thing
Mhm.
and it lights up. And I've never seen so many couples like with the wine bottles and it's a whole vibe. You should do that.
Dude, nah, but that's cheesy as fuck. That's cheesy as shit. Everybody's doing that shit. That's why you saw fucking 30 couples around. Like everybody, like, what do you think? I bring you to the Eiffel Tower. It's like, oh, look to our right. Somebody's fucking proposing. Look to our left. Somebody's proposing. I don't want to fucking do that. I want to like do something crazy. Like I want to take her on a private plane.
That'd be
And
fun.
then like have the pilot pass out and like nosedive to the ground. And then like just be like engine failure. And then like somehow pretend there's a fire. And then we're about to hit the ground. And he just pulls up and I'm like, will you marry me?
I like that.
Right?
Yeah. If you do that,
Because
you
then
gotta-
she'll be so fucked up in the head. She's like just going to auto say yes.
But do you, on a serious note though, do you think she's the one?
Brett? Yeah, probably. Brett's my right-hand guy. So Brett spends a lot of time with me, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's kind of hell probably for him. But, you know, he does a good job at that. And I think that, yeah, I think she is.
Gotcha.
You know, because it is hard to kind of figure out. But you always are wondering. I mean, she's in Miami right now. You're just always like, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah. Nah.
Like that paranoia stuff, you know?
100%.
You ever suffer from paranoia?
No, not really. Not paranoia. I'm like, I feel pretty comfortable. Yeah. No, I don't.
I'm weird.
That's one thing.
I'm weird with that.
Like in what sense though?
Sometimes I think people are chasing me.
Are you sober when you think about these things?
Oh, yeah. Normally, like, I'm actually probably the most paranoid when I'm sober. Like, if I'm fucked up, I don't give a fuck who's coming
That's
after
true.
me. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Because I like to tip some back. You like to drink on game day and football. And I mean, I can't expect you coming in here all fucked up, hungover at 6 a.m.
I'm actually not like a big drinker, but yeah, you know, I know my whole family is for sure.
Mhm.
That whole Boston drinking thing is real.
It is real.
It's real.
My whole family runs in that bloodline. Once you're on that side of town, you're absolutely fucked. You ever been to Lawrence, Mass?
I have.
Lawrence is where I'm from.
Yeah.
You know?
Lawrence is, I feel like Lawrence, Lowell is, it's like, it's not Boston, but it has its own like identity.
Mhm.
It's like gritty. Nah.
Did you ever get into any NFT shit?
You know, I haven't. Everyone in the world was telling us to. And Alex is like,
Smart. Alex is smart and
Let's
just
wait.
stay away from it.
let's wait.
I think it's all kind of crippled, right? Right. Not for the quick bag.
Some of those bag grab things are crazy.
My thing is what I want to do is a golf course for sale. It's like $10 million and I want to buy the golf course and I want to turn it into an NFT membership and like be able to offset the cost of the purchase to, by selling.
That could be dope.
What? Is people already doing this? What the fuck, dude? It's everything good thing I think of gets taken from me.
What do you think about the Gary Vee thing? So he does the NFT with experiences, and what do you think about that?
I mean, we did. The NFT stuff is all about. I don't know. I think 1% of projects really have success, right? The rest of them are just all dog shit. So, I mean, I don't know. Depends how you kind of pitch it as, I guess, and what the utilities are behind it. And I mean, if I'm charging a fucking NFT and I do it for like $500 a fucking card, and you get a chance to come out and fucking drink and party, watch NFL football. I don't know. It's just what's around it. I don't fucking really understand it. I never got into the crypto stuff and never really, I'll do like dumbass purchases of like crazy ass coins at night, late at night, and then wake up and then just be broke.
You into Dogecoin?
I play a little bit into it, but I've lost so much money in crypto just by being an idiot.
Some of those stories are crazy.
Right.
Like the Logan Paul, the Pauls.
Pulling the rugs and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know if Logan ever did. I don't know. Logan might have done it. I don't know. You never really know. UFC fight tonight, by the way. We are recording this episode a little bit. We don't know when this will launch. This will probably launch next week. Yeah, so big fight. Are you a UFC fan at all?
Nah, but
you got to go to a fight. We got to set you up with Dana. Dana's the fucking man and always hooks us up when we go to UFC. I got to set you up at a fight. It's the greatest experience you'll ever. And Dana does it so top notch. Diaz fights tonight. Obviously, this episode will be so done probably.
Diaz is I like him.
Nate?
Yes.
I
don't know him personally, but his story's fire. The way he carries himself, I think.
He gives zero fucks whatsoever.
I like that. I respect
zero
it.
fucks. He called me out on Twitter. He was like, Nate Diaz actually called me out and said, what did he say? Bob Menery, you're a pussy or something like that?
But I heard him and...
Yeah, he's like, Bob Menery, you're a big pussy. He does like me? I don't know about
So I've been out. I got a story about him. I was out at a club and Diaz and his people were in the section next to us, and I would not want to play around with those guys.
No, bro. That's all they do is fight.
Yeah, they're crazy.
You ever gotten in a fight?
Maybe like when I was little, but nah.
I got in one. I feel bad about it. I hit one kid I never got punched in the face ever in my life.
Yeah, me either.
But
what was you said you got into a fight before?
I was just trying to be the man. I was little in high school and I was trying to prove a point, and then I just took a big right swing and just hit him in the face, and I really regret it to this day.
Do you know what he's doing to this day?
No, I haven't looked him up yet, but I really do apologize to him and whatnot. But I do want to say this. I want to end on a random fight story, and that's it. And I want to say I wish you the best of luck.
I appreciate you, man.
Brickley, you're a good man. I want to come in here, and at one point when you're not too busy, I want to improve my free throws and improve my shit.
We could do that.
And then maybe we can figure out some stuff to do down the road. But well, I appreciate you. I appreciate Bose. I appreciate Puma. I appreciate all your partners, everybody you're working with, everybody you're fucking doing. You're a good man. You're the greatest guy on the planet. Anybody you fuck with, I fuck with now because you showed me respect. And I'll show you respect here. And what a great episode that was.
Big fan of what you do, bro.
I love you, buddy. You're a good man.
All right.
Love. All right, let's go watch the UFC.